everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on the Vauxhall Corsa SXi 4-door. So we're on our way over the unit. Today the plan is to paint the rear quarter and up over the top of the doors down to the front wing. Obviously got to get it prepped, clean out the unit, and get this into the spray bay and mask it up. So that'll be my first plans. We'll go from there. Driven the car around a few times now. Lovely car to drive. Haven't got to worry about any MOTs or nothing like that once the paintwork's done and it's all cleaned up, because that came with a full MOT when I bought it. So that's good. So we'll get over the unit and get started on this car. So I took the country way over to the unit today. Some nice fields. You can see a nice hot sunny day again. Don't really enjoy the hot weather myself. I like it to be sort of 23, 24, just nice, not over the top. But we've got to get it done, so this is the weather we got. Once I get it indoors and into the bay, I'll give you a walk around and show you where we are before I start doing any masking or painting, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully start to get this car coming towards the end and ready for sale. Still going to be a few more videos yet, but as I say, like this one's painting. I've got the wheels to paint. I've got to do a thorough clean on the interior, and then we'll see where we are from there. But shouldn't be too bad. Should look really nice once it's done, and they normally sell really quickly for me. And we'll be on to the next one. So I'll get over to the unit. I'll bring you back then. Carry on with this project. Okay, so we're in the spray bay now with the car. You can see, still looking nice and shiny, even though it's dirty where I've obviously sanded it down now. All the lacquer's been took off these panels now, all the way along. Across here there was a previous blend which has all now been smoothed in, so I'll be able to paint that down all around the quarter. So next thing I'll do is get the car all masked up and get it ready to be painted. So I'll bring you back soon. So I'm rubbing the handles down now, trying to get them smooth where the lacquer's peeled. No need to bear them, just need to get them smooth. Flick a bit of primer on them and then they can be painted, it'll all blend in. By the way, I'm using 320 sandpaper to flatten these down. If you use this, be gentle, don't rub it too hard. Obviously not too soft that you're not doing anything. I'm literally doing this with two fingers, as you can see, just shaking up the panel as I'm doing it. You don't want to be using sanders and stuff because you'll end up going through this paper and chewing up your door. Okay, so that's most of the surface layer off now. We've got any little bits that have gone through. Make sure you smooth them right off. You don't want no shiny bits left over either. What you do, paint won't stick. Sorry about the compressor coming on in the background, but not much I can do about that. I need to use that. Obviously, if I was building one of my show cars, this would be different. This handle would be out, I'd be doing all around the edges of the back of it and everything, inside of up the back of here and all that sort of thing. And this is just a cheap car being turned around. But I wanted it really nice and last a few years, which we quite easily will do. Probably these will outlast the paintwork on the car now. Right, so the 320 is done. Now we're going to use a bit of 500, which is, this is what I use, Merc the 500. It's actually the steel wire stuff that I use. Just smooth everything down now. Be gentle with it, obviously, because it's plastic. Better feel if you've got any lumpy bits or anything like that. It's feeling pretty good to me. So, not bad, I think it's looking pretty good. Basically what you get left with, nice smooth panel. You can flick a bit of primer on, flatten that down and that'll be ready to paint. I've already done this one as well. So I've got the other side to do, which I'll do off camera. You don't need to see me do another one. And I've also got to do the backs of the mirrors the same way. So I'll get them done, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what we got once we're all masked up and ready to put some primer on. Okay, well I'm just having a quick break and a drink. I'd just like to say this channel is going to change and it's going to become a dedicated car channel only. So everything here will be all about cars, fixing cars, MOTing cars, engine repairs, body repairs, alloys, anything to do with cars basically. I am going to slightly change the name as well to suit it. So this will literally be a car channel. Because I've had a lot of people asking me whether I could do that, because obviously I normally do toys, fishing shows, stuff like that. So I'm going to do separate channels for them and keep this as a, well, modify this into just a car channel. So I hope you all like that. Please leave me a comment if you think that's a good idea. Lots of people are sending me DMs and stuff saying that's a good idea. And obviously for YouTube search and stuff like that, that's a good idea. So we should be doing that very soon. Right, back to work. Okay, so that's the passenger side prep. Mirrors are done, mirror is done. Handles are done. All nice and smooth, right down to 500. Red seems to be going everywhere. You can probably see by my hands are red. My clothes are covered in red. Obviously this has been done in 2K. So next is the driver's side, same again. Got this mirror to sort out. You can probably see if I go up close, it's all starting to peel, lots of stone chips. This door handle's just nowhere near the right colour of the car. So when you're doing, someone's done that and that's the wrong colour. This one looks like it's perfect, but it's actually not when you go close. See over on the edge where the lacquer's peeled. So I'll get them done. Bring you out again, I'll show you me doing this mirror. Just for a bit of time-lapse content. I'll bring it back in, we'll mask it up properly and hopefully get some paint on. Well, we better prime it first, don't we? So the paint sticks. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Covered in red again. Totally red hands. Well, it's part of the job, can't worry about that. So that's what we got. Nice smooth. No peeling lacquer. Exactly what we need. Just need to get some primer on there now. On the white and black bits where we've gone through. So the base coat goes on nicely. And that's where we would leave that one. So that's good, that one's done. Right, I'll get on with these door handles. And I'll bring you back after I've done them and show you this side. Okay, so we're getting there. She's all wrapped up. All the edges. Mirror. Just got to put a bit of paper on the front of the mirror there and just mask through this bit here. Should only take a couple of minutes. All out on the top. Make sure none of your tape is coming off or anything when you're doing it. Backlights out. So I can get down this side. I just got to stick this in properly. Take a couple more minutes just to stick that underneath there. On the petrol cap, you've got like a seal around the edge of these. You just pull them upwards. You can stretch them slightly and pull them over the cap. Take them off. It's the best way to paint them. Obviously you don't want to paint your bumper or your boot or anything, so you make sure everything is well out of the way. If you get bits like this sticking up, just get a filler spreader and push it in, which I'll do all that in a minute. So that's pretty much what I'll get to before I paint the car. Trying to show you the same thing on the other side. I'll just get that done. Just got to release these handles and the mirror. No other paintwork on the rest of the car. So not too bad. Took us a few hours so far, which is not too bad, is it? Right, so I'll bring you back once we start putting some primer and stuff on. Okay, so she's all prepped. Whew. And masked. You saw most of it, but I had to do the mirror fronts and underneath, just so I don't get any paint in places I don't want it. Handles are done. Quarters done, rubbers off the petrol cap filler, neck cover, all the tops done, roof's masked, backlights out, all masked. Then round on this side, handles are out and ready. Both handles, same with this mirror, masked on the front, masked underneath. So we're all ready. Don't need the power scissors on the roof, do we? So I'll get rid of them. So, next thing I'm going to do. Right, so I'll get your suit on now. And we'll get some primer on this one. Right, let's do it. Okay, so I've got my suit on. I haven't got my mask or nothing on yet because I'm not ready to actually paint. But we're using this, which is a degreaser, so we're going to get that done. And then that can be drying while we get suited up. Make sure you give this a good 10-15 minutes or so to dry in. Evaporate into the air, otherwise your primers and stuff will react with it. Simple as that, just give it a quick wipe over. Any grease or anything that's on there will come off. Look at that shine. It'd be nice if you could paint like that, wouldn't it? Just wipe it on. Not going to happen. But we can just get these panels dust and grease free. Tiny little stone chip there, I need to sort out quickly. I mean, you get the idea, so I don't need to show you the other side. So I'll get the other side done, and I'll get my headgear on, get connected to the airline, and we'll put some primer on. Tin primer on this one today because I want to get the red and the lacquer on as well today. And if I used gun primer, I'd have to leave it 24 hours before I could do it. And and I've got cars outside that need to come back in. Okay, so I've put 2 more coats of red base coat on now. I didn't think I'd film it because you've seen me do 2 coats already, so I don't think you will just keep seeing me doing the same thing. So they're on, it's looking pretty good, seem to have covered everything up. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a while now, make sure it goes really off basically, so crispy, sort of looking dry. Don't want it to be wet underneath and top coat dry or anything like that, so probably give it a good hour with the heater on. And then I'll crack the lacquer out and we'll get a couple of coats of that on, maybe 3 coats, and go from there. I will admit I'm doing this with a cheaper paint than what I would on the show cars and stuff, because obviously this car's not worth anywhere near as much as like a show car build or something like that. But it'll still look good, it'll still have a good shine, and still match what's already done on the car, and that's the main thing. Okay, so I'll bring you back in a while when we start to do some lacquer. Okay, so I've done 2 coats of lacquer now, and they're going to bring you in on the last coat, and I'll give you a look and see what we got. It's starting to look quite shiny, should be quite nice by the time it's done, so let's go in and get it done. Well, what can I say? As you probably just saw in the video, I put the heater on one side to blow around the bay, and the wrap that was holding, covering the car up, flew up from underneath and stuck to the handles on the passenger side, which was a bit of a pig, but sorted out. So I pulled them off, and what I done is I put 2 heavy coats of lacquer on and let it run into the lines on it. And luckily with lacquer you can do that. You just have to give it a bit longer to dry off afterwards now, because obviously it's got more coats. But yeah, that sorted that one out, so not too bad. So I'll take you in and show you what we've got in a minute and go from there. Well, I'm very happily impressed. I mean, you can see the shine on that. I haven't even sanded that back and buffed it yet. It's got a lovely shine on it. So that's a bonus. Looks a bit off colour in here because obviously the lights in here don't show the true colour. But you can get the idea how shiny it is, which is great. I mean, you can literally just see me in here, and I haven't even sanded that and buffed it back yet. I could probably get away with just leaving it straight like that if I want to, but I won't. Yeah, so that's brilliant. And the other side where I made the fail, looking great, looking like brand new again. That's what I turned on, turned that heater on, and that blew the bloody all along the bottom here. All blew up and flew up onto the handles. Not good. Okay, so been a long old day and night, but we managed to get this one sorted. So I'm going to leave this video here. So I'm going to say thank you to all the new subscribers, because I've had a lot lately, and I hope you're enjoying the channel. Thank you to the existing subscribers as well. Thanks for all the support on the Facebook group, and I'll see you soon in the next video.